What's going on, everybody? My room is incredibly bright. Apologize, but we had to bring Gohan. We got him. We had to build this deck because nobody's building it, and I think it is a little bit of a sleeper. I haven't lost with it yet, so that's why I'm thinking it's good. Let's read his ability really quick. So it is a draw one when attacking. You can either flip at 3 life, or if you have 3 key anywhere, you can awaken this guy. Once I read that you can just do it anywhere, this guy became a lot better. On his awakened side, you attack. When you do, you give a Gohan +1 key, as long as it has Master's Teaching, which everything in the deck does. And then this one, you can basically use it to reduce a Piccolo by 1. That is actually a really solid effect. So Gohan's pretty fantastic. Kind of want to just get right into the game, or the deck list, and then I will go over everything afterwards. So we are running 4 copies of Videl, getting 2 more in the mail here. But essentially this one's just a cantrip that you tap it to give a Gohan a key. Pretty solid. The fact that you can draw a card and get another buff off of it is pretty fantastic. So I really do like this card quite a lot. We're then running 4 copies of this Gohan. Not a huge fan of this one. Reducing by 2 to get 10k is not great, I won't lie. You're really just getting it for the +1 key if you need to, or you're using it as combo power. Technically, it is a trigger for quite a lot of things, but you're probably not putting key on that because it's so easy to remove it. We're running 3 copies of Kami. Testing this card out, +20k to any Piccolo, including your leader, is pretty fantastic. There's no restrictions beyond that. The fact that you can make your leader a 40k and then with the Gohan get that additional bonus life gone is pretty fantastic. So I like the 3 of. I think it's going to be pretty useful in the game matchups. Moving on to the GOAT of the deck, Sun Gohan Future. This card is fantastic. So on play, this card gets a key and then it can't be KO'd until the end of your opponent's turn. So basically, when you do play this card, you can attack with it right away because it literally can't die. It can be bottom decked only or placed, right? But early in the game, a 2, unless you're playing blue, this is the only way that this card is not perfect. Other than that, this card is fantastic. And if you have 2 or more key, it gets plus 5k, which very common. Then we move on to this Piccolo here. On play, you choose a card with Master Teaching and Gohan, which is like a lot of their effects. It gets +2 key. This card will allow you to awaken turn 2. I'll go over that afterwards. This card right here, I originally had it at 3, put it up to 4 because it's just way too good. The fact that you can just sack this card to keep a Gohan alive, which is amazing, and it's for any reason, just if it's going to be removed from the area, just KO this card instead. And it's also going to give 2 key to any Gohan, which is just too good. Searcher. You might be seeing, why is the Searcher 2 cost with 5k? Your leader is going to reduce it to 1 just to be able to search for 1 like normal. The only thing it whiffs on is the super combo. Don't really love that, but you're trying to find your attacker pieces anyways. Sun Gohan, Adolescence, and Piccolo. On play, gets a key. Pop a key to basically kill a 1-drop. This is just your control piece throughout the game. 4 copies of Sun Gohan Childhood. Gets a key. If you have 3 or more key, you're going to grab a Piccolo with 2 or less, or sorry, with exactly 2, which is about, was it 4 different targets? So you're going to have 16 cards to kind of choose from, which is pretty solid. You'll pretty much always have that. You're not playing that card that often. It's more for later pieces if you're kind of like falling behind. 4 copies of this Piccolo. This Piccolo is definitely the best Piccolo in the deck because it can also be put into other decks. But basically on play, pitch an energy, grab a Gohan on the board from your hand, put it on the board with 5 or less for free, which is great. Then when attacking, as long as you have Gohan as your leader, then you can just +1 key to your leader and it gets +5 until the end of your opponent's turn. Really amazing card. The fact that it turns you into a 25k leader is just insane. You can also put that card into Beast Han, making him a 30k on your turn, 25 on your opponent's. Solid. 3 copies of the Sun Gohan Childhood Secret Rare. This card, amazing. So on play, your leader and this card get +1 key. Then this card gets 15 power for the turn. When attacking, reduce your key by 7. If your card inflicts damage to your opponents in battle during this turn, add 1 of your opponent's life to its energy in rest mode. The reason I love this card is the wording. So let's pretend you attack with your leader. It goes through. Then you play out this card, you attack, you burn 7 ki. This has already dealt damage, so they immediately have to take the life. It's basically Gogeta BR, where they just have 1 life less. So green has the ability to make you have 7 life, which is fantastic. Then obviously, 4 super combos. I wish it said Master's Teaching, but that would be too helpful. And then lastly is this card right here, Grueling Training. Basically, Gigantic Meteor. Basically, it's plus 15k. If you have 3 or more ki, it's plus 10k. Usually that card's pretty active. I want to go into a little bit more on some detail things. So these 2 cards together don't work because this guy is going to, when attack, remove 7. If you have 10 ki, sure, it works, but you just removed all ki, so this card only gets the plus 15. So there is some downside with that there. Ideally, you're playing out the Piccolo to play out this guy, to then basically attack, buff him by 5, attack, give him a ki, attack, remove 7. This is now a 50, a 25, and a 25 coming at you in 1 turn. Pretty fantastic. But ideally, you want to go second, and you want to get this guy, or you want to get this guy, because turn 1, play him out, it can't be KO'd, so unless you're playing blue and they have a way to bottom deck you by turn 2 on their field, which is, I don't know if there's actually anything unless you're playing Gotenks. I think Gotenks has a card, but I could be wrong about that. But essentially, yeah, you're going to grab a ki, then you're going to play any one of these guys to give him 2 ki. You're now at 3, so you can awaken, then you can attack, put another ki on him. Ideally, you want this one, because then you'll protect him further. Just don't attack with him. Leave him in active mode, because if they try to kill it with any sort of card, you're just going to get rid of this Piccolo. He's still alive. He's got like 4 ki on him at this point. Then basically you're going to attack. He's at 5 ki by turn 3. Turn 3, you can do a couple different things. You can leader effect, play out a Searcher, hopefully find another Piccolo, put him on board, pass turn again. You guarantee that you have 7 ki by next turn when you reduce this Piccolo down to 4. Play out that, you're definitely going to have 7 ki. You'll probably have about 8 or 9 with this whole ability, which is pretty much the game plan with this deck. Other than that, obviously the Kami can boost some stuff. The Videl with the Gohan is pretty solid as well. He's going to get a ki, gets a ki. If for some reason this lives, you'll awaken as well. Other than that, that's pretty much the gist of the deck. It's pretty simplistic. It's green. If you ever have to use that to buff by 10k, it's a sad day. Really, it's just an extra target. If I had something else, I would probably swap that out. But that's pretty much the deck. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's green, you know, go big, go home. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if anything I can include from older sets can fit into this deck. I haven't really deck tested anything older yet. Really just did what was from this set. This is just what I got from my box, plus a couple trades. So I did pretty good with green. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what I should add to this deck and try some stuff out. Thanks for watching.